Hey, free-to-play gang! Welcome back to another video. It sure does suck when you forget to record your best run. Forgot to press the record button, but anyway, I got the strat pretty much settled, and it is going to be probably one of the most free-to-play ways for you to obtain EX++ using free-to-play espers. So here are the free-to-play espers. I will show you the run behind as I talk about them and maybe show you their stats as well. So there is going to be, okay, for the most part, this is fully automatic. You are not going to manual too much, like maybe the first couple of moves. So what happens at the start is your white twin should be the fastest esper in your lineup, and you're going to want to use your second skill just so that you can preserve your third skill for now. Your black twin should move next. Now what your black twin should do is to use his first skill to land the seer debuff. The seer debuff needs to apply at the start, okay? It's compulsory. When Everett takes his turn, you will want to use Everett to use his second skill, hopefully land the miss rate up. It is not so crucial right now because you have a lot of time to buy before the boss becomes too crazy and his DPS becomes too much that you would need your miss rate up. So that can wait, that is no problem whatsoever. And then afterwards, your Falcon needs to land both his attack down and his speed down at the same time with his third skill. If that does not happen, you're going to have to rerun. Actually, you should rerun the moment you fail to land your seer debuff on your red twin's first skill at the start of the fight itself, just to save you a lot of time, because the way you build Red Twin is probably with very little accuracy, so you want to maybe push a lot of speed, a lot of damaging power on an Ocean set as well, so that you can throw out a lot of his third skills and combo with your White Twin that way. So the idea behind this comp is we are actually holding back a lot of DPS within the power of Eye of Horus, like I talked about, right? So if you guys haven't checked out that video just yet, I did a video explaining how the Eye of Horus can be extended, which is the strategy that I'm employing over here. So I'm actually extending all my debuffs, which is my miss rate up, my seer debuff, my defense breaks, my speed down, my attack debuff, all of these important debuffs. I am extending this with the combination of both the twins, primarily the white twin of course, and just making sure that I stockpile a lot of DPS into Falcon's Horus Eye. Now why this is so important is that you want the bulk of the DPS to damage the boss right when he's about to overwhelm you, right when he's having a lot of speed, right when he's like, you know, he's completely built up, right? He's completely bulked up with his power boost. And that is the point where you are not able to sustain yourself anymore, and then boom, there goes a Horus Eye for an amazing amount of DPS, somewhere around at least 600,000 damage. And how the Horus Eye works is basically any damage that is done to the enemy while they have the Horus Eye will be stockpiled all the way until the Horus Eye dissipates, which is 20% of all of the total DPS done to the boss. So you will need to do at least 3.2 million damage to the boss in order for the Horus Eye to deal just enough damage for you to hit 3.8 million, which is EX++. So just keep on repeating this run until you get the perfect setup at the start, which is essentially just a seer debuff, attack down, speed down, and hopefully you land a defense break as soon as possible as well, so that you can deal enough DPS. Without any of the seer debuff, without any of the defense break, it's probably going to be extremely difficult for you to achieve enough DPS, because by the time you hit 60 turns, you will need to have done at least 1.6 million raw damage. The reason being, if you're not able to hit 1.6 million, then by the 120th turn, you are definitely not going to be able to deal 3.2 million, and 20% of 3.2 million coming from Horus Eye would then give you up to 3.8 million DPS. And that is exactly how you can achieve the EX++. Now, another very important thing is that what you're observing from what I am doing here is that I am sort of pseudo-controlling my white twin. The reason why I am stopping the auto at times to use my white twin is because he tends to use his second skill instead of his third skill, which is completely stupid. So you want his third skill to keep on going out for the, not only just for the speed up buff, but also to lengthen the debuff durations on the boss, which is super crucial. You do not want to waste your third skill. Whenever it's up, you need to throw it. So it is very important that you do this so that you minimax and make sure that you stack as many debuffs as possible. Now for this run itself, you will notice that I eventually failed to stack enough debuffs, and eventually the boss popped his Horus Eye a little bit too soon, but due to, you know, just sheer luck, we are still able to maintain our DPS and eventually hit 3.8 million at the end of this run. But another major point to take note of is the boss has an incredible amount of resistance. I'm not sure how much resistance the boss has, but it is pertinent that your white twin has 100% accuracy. It's extremely crucial. Like, I think the white twin is probably like the most essential esper over here to have 100% accuracy, but obviously you can give Falcon 100% accuracy as well, because for the most part, the way you want to build Falcon is not much. You don't really want him to take a lot of turns, so you want him to be super slow. So as you can see, I have him with like 130 something speed, whereas the rest of my espers are just generally built a little bit faster. But for the most part, it is just extremely crucial that you have 100% accuracy on the white twin so that he's able to effectively lengthen all the debuffs as much as possible without having to rely too much on RNG. So yeah, just 100% accuracy. Now, another way that you can improve on this lineup, in my opinion, is to use your own Lian if you do have her at R0 to make her super slow so that she don't take so many turns. That's part of the reason why Falcon is super slow here as well, because he don't really do a lot during his turns. His damage output is like nothing at all. He's only here for the slow and attack down at the start and the speed lead. That's it. So please do not let them take so many turns, because that's going to eat into your turn limit, which is only 120. So yeah, that is basically the strategy of this entire setup. You're going to fail a couple of times, but just keep on trying and you will eventually get the perfect RNG. And maybe if you're lucky, you can probably hit like easily, right? 4.2 million, 4.3 million, that kind of stuff. But essentially all that I really care about and all that I really want you to try to get is just EX++. And this is the free-to-play team to get EX++. Obviously, I'm going to be showing you some other pay-to-win comps, which would probably make your life a little bit easier. But for the most part, as long as you have a free-to-play setup like this, then you are definitely going to be okay. You're definitely going to be able to get your EX++ from this current trial. Anyway, as you can see, we failed to upkeep our Horus Eye all the way until 3.2 million, which is why our current score is not that high, but we are still able, like I say, right, we're still able to hit 3.8 million just because we're able to sustain our DPS throughout the rest of the remaining turns. But for the most part, if RNG favors you a little bit more than it did for my current run, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get more score. But anyway, let me show you all of their equipment. So we're going to start with Falcon. I already showed you earlier. So the way you want to build him, very simply, just run him slow with maybe 100% accuracy, and that's it. Like literally that's it. So I gave him more DPS because there is really nothing else that he's capable of for this current setup. So all you really care about, like I said, just all of his debuffs. That's about it. So yeah, maybe full accuracy would be helpful at the start so that you don't have to keep rerunning this so many times. Next up, Everett here. You just want to build him slow, tanky, and just to heal your team as much as possible. And of course, the miss rate up is quite crucial if you want to have a little bit more stable runs. And then we have the Red Twin here with the Ocean set so that he can, like I say, right, spam his third skill so that you can call in your White Twin as well. So it's very important that he's very fast with the Ocean set and good DPS as well. He's going to be the highest DPS expert on your setup. Next, we have the White Twin. You want him to be super fast with the Ocean set as well. And basically just like 100% accuracy and maybe some crit rate if you are using him with Mateo in other content, for example, like I am. And also for maybe a little bit more DPS. And finally, we have the Trial Lian. Obviously, you can use your own Lian. If it's better for you, make her slow. It's going to perform much better than the current Lian that we are using right now. Alright, so anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.